All right, here we have 4 knives, fresh out of the clamps. This is Willie's, or is that Harold's? I can't tell. That's walnut there. This is Willie's, ironwood. This is Errol's, Thuya Burl, Thuya. And this is Nick's, dyed, stabilized, burled maple with red liners and mosaic pins. And this is the last of my mosaic pins. I will not be using mosaic pins anymore. I'm just not going to support the people who doubled the price and halved the quantity. I'm just not going to do it. So now I take this over to the bandsaw and I knock the pins off flush with the handle, all of them. And then I go to the belt grinder and I grind everything off right down to the metal. Like, I make the wood flush with the metal. And then the next step after that is to put it on my router and knock the corners off the top and the bottom. I don't route the backs, the ends, the butts, whatever you want to call them. I do that by hand. So I'm waiting on a phone call from, I just called this guy. He went into the hospital to have back surgery, his second in a couple of weeks. And I just called him and he answered and said he'd call me right back. So he must be talking to a doctor or something. And when I get done talking to him, I think he's still in the hospital. I'm pretty sure he's still in the hospital. When I get done talking to him, then I'm going to start working on these knives, and I'm probably only going to get them up to the routing part today. I'll get them as far as needing to go back on the belt sander for the actual handle shaping, because honestly, I just don't feel like working out here today. My back hurts, my hand hurts, my arms are killing me, and I just finished working on Bev's scooter. I got that back together, and I may take the rest of the day off. And get back out here tomorrow early and I'll get all these done. What is today? Thursday? I'll get all these done by tomorrow afternoon. They'll be ready to go into the leather shop. All right, this is what it looks like. Oh God, my back is killing me. This is what it looks like with the pins shaved off, flush, all the glue ground off, all the wood flush with the metal. Now I'm going to put this on my router, and it's going to look like hell. But what it does is start me some radiuses here, and this is when I get on the belt sander and I shape these handles, the thickness between the edge of the metal and where it comes out on the handle has to be even all the way across, or it looks like crap. So what I do now is I start it on the router and establish my even edges, and then I take it down by hand after that. So let me get my routed edges on this and I'll show you what that looks like. It looks like crap, but there's a method to my madness. All right, now what I have done is establish even thicknesses between the edge of the metal and the wood. And it's really easy to maintain that. And what I do now is I go back to the belt grinder and I grind all this flush. And then I start hand sanding. And that's where the real work begins. It'd probably take me 2 or 3 hours on this knife to hand sand this, and I'm looking forward to it. This will all come out. Okay, now there's one. I'm going to start on Errol's next. There's Errol's. Now the Willie's. There's Willie's. Now, Harold's. Okay. That's Nick's, Harold's, Willie's, Harold's. And what that router does is establish a neat and uniform edge. You see the start of the curve, and it's the exact same distance from the steel all the way across, and I think that's what makes a handle really nice. And then when you look at the end, it's going to be even on each side. You're not going to have more handle on one side of the tang than the other. And the front, same thing. Although I taper the front of my handles down this away from, on a knife this size, I start about 3/8 of an inch back behind this pin, and I taper it down on each side. And anyway, that is it for me today. I'm probably gonna upload this in the morning, but I also have a repair video. I put new wheel bearings on Beb's mobility scooter, and I'm gonna put that up as a separate video. I'll probably put that up in the morning too. So I will see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see how dusty I am. And my wife, she will not let me in the house like this. So I'll have to go to my other shop, turn the compressor on, blow all this dust off, out of my nose too, and then she'll let me in.